Hey, welcome to another episode of Live, Think, Grow. My name is Regina Silva and I'm a life coach. I help young professionals have zero stress, balance, and fulfillment in their lives because really life's too short to do anything but have those things. Today's episode is about why you should stop chasing happiness and perhaps consider chasing contentment instead. That's right, and you may be confused because they kind of seem like the same thing, but they're not. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a different perspective and mindset on why chasing the pursuit of happiness may not be the end-all be-all like you thought it was. And we're also going to look at 3 key features of contentment so you can start practicing it every single day. And I just want to preface this, I'm currently in Thailand in a bungalow hut, so there are going to be noises during this episode. Be warned, you might hear dogs, motorbikes, roosters, kind of far beyond my control, but hey, I guess it adds some flavor to the episode, right? Oh, I just heard a rooster. I don't even know if it's coming across on the microphone. So we have to start with the definition, right? Because part of this is a little bit of semantics, right? Like word definitions. But it's important because I think that by deciphering these two, you're going to understand why that happiness frame of mind can be dangerous sometimes. So what are the differences? Well, your exact definition might vary, just warning here. But based on what I've deciphered and from, the philosophical texts that I've read and the work that I've done, happiness is this. Happiness is more of a completely joyous feeling. It's a rush, it's a high, it's that feeling you get when you're in love. It's that happiness rush when you perform and you love doing that. It's just that high feeling that just makes you feel like you can do anything and be anything. Notice that happiness, it's often related to an action. It's action specific, right? So you've done something to receive that rush of dopamine, because that's biologically what's happening. And the key feature of happiness is that it's fleeting, okay? It doesn't last forever, right? Like you might be happy one day and then the next day be anxious or sad. So that's the key feature here. Now, contentment. Okay, what's the difference? Contentment is much more of a long-lasting feeling. It's the feeling of being at peace with both the highs and the lows in your life. Contentment is about being here now, finding fulfillment in the present circumstance, no matter what it is. Now with contentment, notice that it's much less of a fleeting thing, more of a longer lasting thing. And the main difference between the two is that contentment deals with both the highs and the lows that you receive, right? Happiness is more focused on the high, but contentment is about being okay and being at peace with those moments that maybe aren't so good sometimes, right? Like those low moments, maybe those insecure moments that we have, or those shitty days that we have. But also being completely at peace and ease when things are amazing and things are going good. Pursuing happiness is this false idea that you can pursue something that is, by very definition, fleeting. Whereas pursuing contentment is the grasping of this idea that nothing lasts forever, that both the highs and lows are here to serve you. You basically give equal weight to both the good and the bad times. I have 3 key features. You know I love numbers, like 3, 4, 7. I have 3 key features that you can use to start getting in that state of mind rather than the pursuit of happiness state of mind. Okay, so the first one is understanding that everything is impermanent. Like literally, nothing lasts forever, not you, not me, not the rising sun, not the blades of grass outside, not your job, not your grandma. Literally nothing lasts forever, except maybe the infinity of the universe, but that's like a whole nother scale. So how do you incorporate that into your life? Well, you can attach that same impermanence to your feelings, right? Like your amazing highs, you're just like on top of the world, isn't gonna last forever. But nor are the down in the dumps, anxious, can't get out of bed, low lows. Both of them will not last forever. Realizing this is the first step. The second step is practicing non-attachment. Once you realize that everything is impermanent, you can start to practice this art of not being attached to that thing because you know that it's not going to last forever. For instance, if you have this conscious awareness that your sad times aren't going to last forever, you're not going to be as attached to the feeling, which means that maybe you don't sink deeper into that feeling. or maybe you're able to more easily become observant of what these feelings are trying to say to you. Because really, feelings are in existence for a reason. They're energy in motion, emotion. They're here to serve a purpose. They tell us things. They cause us to basically take action. If you have this non-attached view of your feelings, you can actually use them in a way that they help you rather than hurt you. And then the third step to all of this, which is probably going to come to no surprise to you because I literally talk about it all the time, and I just got the phrase tattooed on my wrist because that's how insanely powerful it is live in the now. If you're in the now, you are not worried about the fleeting nature of things, and you're practicing non-attachment because you're just too busy being right here, right now. And really, being here and now is the best way to reduce suffering because it's the understanding that the future doesn't exist, nor does the past. The only time that exists is right here, right now. So all three of these things, right? Practicing impermanence, practicing non-attachment, and being right here, right now is what puts you on the path to pursuing contentment. And this overall is a complete reframe and a shift in perspective that will actually allow you to be okay with both the good and the bad. And I know all of this can kind of seem confusing because it is rooted in different levels, right? Like we could go even deeper than this. This is just the foundation because pursuing contentment is going to be a lifelong practice. And especially if you have this idea that I need to be happy all the time drained in your head, it's going to take a while for you to kind of reprogram your brain and adopt this new mindset and perspective. But no worries, because this is a lot of the work that I do in my coaching programs, either my one-on-ones or in my group program. So if this is anything at all that you're interested in diving into and understanding how you can have less stress, more peace, and more fulfillment in your life, then go ahead and click the link below and book a free 25-minute phone call with me to see if we'd be a good fit. At the end of the day, you deserve a life that brings you complete and utter contentment. Not just the highs, not just the lows, but a complete and beautiful understanding that both are part of you. That's it for this episode of Live, Think, Grow. If you liked this, go ahead and click subscribe. Also feel free to follow me on Instagram at Regina O. Silva and give my coaching Facebook a like. That's facebook.com/livethinkgrow. Until next time, happy living.